my name is Paul, and on today's episode I'm going to explain to you why I think you should never drink Diet Coke. Now this is a follow-on video from my episode Uncover Truth About Coca-Cola, so if you haven't seen that, please watch that after this one. It'll give you a little bit more information about the difference between this Diet Coke and regular Coke sugary drinks, and hopefully inform you a little bit more about the company and what happens to you sorry, what happens to you when you drink Coke as well. Now, the reason that Diet Coke or a lot of these diet drinks like Light or Zero even exist is because they're posed as an alternative to taking in the excess sugar that's in Coke and other sugary soft drinks. But the thing you have to remember is that they're provided by the same companies. So the same companies that are providing these unhealthy drinks aren't going to switch their ethics around and suddenly provide you with a drink that's completely on the healthy side. They're just going to switch some things around to make it different. Not necessarily better or worse, but in my opinion it is worse. They're just going to make it different. Their number one priority is to sell. That's all they really care about. If they wanted to produce a healthy product, they would have done it from the start. They wouldn't have had to come out with a Diet or a Light or a Zero version. But let's talk about some of the facts about Coca-Cola and Coke in particular. These aren't my opinions. These are research I've done and facts that I've found on Coca-Cola, what it does to you and the company as well. Now the first thing is that there's no significant macro or micronutrients in Coke, or Diet Coke, sorry. So by macronutrients, that's proteins, carbs and fats, and by micronutrients, that's vitamins and minerals. So essentially there's nothing else. There's not much water in it either, so it is really just a mix of chemicals. And the second most important thing is that food colorings, in particular, if you look up caramel colorings, is what they use to give it its color. And in this particular instance, caramel colouring is linked to things like reduced brain function, difficulty focusing on tasks for a long time, things like that. It does have quite a long list of detrimental effects. I'm not going to list them all here, but that's kind of the most serious one in my opinion, difficulty focusing. If it reduces your brain function, that's quite a serious side effect. Now, artificial sweeteners, this has a lot of side effects, and I'm sure you know it's in a lot of food as well as a lot of drink and diet drinks as well, linked to things like kidney disease, hypertension, nervous system damage, memory loss. The list literally goes on and on if you keep searching it. Now, this is fairly well known, high acidity breaking down teeth enamel. That's fairly common, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that. But this is probably the most disturbing thing I've read about Coke, and that's the E number E211. Now that was removed from Coke in 2008. And it was removed because it was proven to decrease intelligence in children. Now that's quite disturbing because Coca-Cola started in 1892. It's been around for 121 years. And after 116 years, that's when they found out some of their products, some of their chemicals they're putting in their drink is actually harming people, and especially children. So in my opinion, that's something that's almost unforgivable. The fact they've pumped these chemicals into there for so long, for 160 plus years, and they've only just discovered, for 120 years, and they've only just discovered that is dangerous. And the last one is related to fat loss. Artificial sweeteners make you hungry, so they're going to make you gain more weight. When you take this in, your body thinks, sugar, I'm going to get some kind of nutrient, some kind of energy, and when nothing comes through from the Diet Coke, it still wants those nutrients, it still wants that energy, it still wants those minerals, so it's going to make you more hungry because it's saying now, I want food. And the Coke isn't going to give it anything. So really, my question here is, how much do you really want it? After you see these things on here and the detrimental effects it can give you, Coke is not going to kill you. You're not going to drink one and kind of drop down dead, but it could severely reduce the quality of your life if it was to add towards you developing any of these. So I hope that gives you a little bit more information why I think you should never drink Diet Coke. Personally, I think it's worse than regular Coke, even though that might be the one that you class as making you fat, or full fat Coke. If you watch my video there, Uncover Truth About Coca-Cola, it will tell you why you should really stay away from it all in general. And Coca-Cola is actually the company behind a large range of other soft drinks and sweets and stuff like that as well. Just if you look it up, you'll see they actually control a large majority of the market, but they constantly name it different things in different products just to kind of spread their name about a bit better and keep us from linking all the bad food with them. But I hope that's given you a bit more information anyway. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. I'd love it if you could comment, and if not, I'd love it if you could subscribe. But if not, then I'll see you on the next episode.